Hi, everyone. Welcome to Ask Dawn and Donna. I'm Donna, and that's Dawn. So, today, what we want to talk about is abundance, which pretty much always before COVID, after COVID, people are always really wanting to um, create a lifestyle if they aren't already of abundance. And sometimes it's financial, and sometimes it's just abundance more of love or friendships or generosity or whatever. There's a
Happiness.
lifestyle of abundance. So today we're going to talk more about the actual dollars of abundance, the hard, cold hard cash they say here in America. I don't know if they say that in uh, Canada, if it's
Yeah,
universal,
it
but
still works. Yeah.
being especially in this time of like survival, really this pandemic is all about, if you get sick you might die, so that's your survival. Then also it's changed people's lifestyles. They've lost jobs. I know here in Los Angeles we are still not fully open. Bars are closing, like bars are closed, hair salons, a lot of the businesses are still closed and have been for a very long time. And a lot of businesses are not sure if they're going to be able to sustain it. So, and then on the other scale, there's a lot of businesses that have made tons of money. So it's not that there's money, there's not a scarcity of dollars and money. It's more about the attracting it or making being good with your money energy, so your basic needs and beyond are really supported and evaluated. Do you have an example from anyone, Dawn, from a client or?
Um, yeah, yeah. Well, everyone, everyone is
I was going
bitching
to
about
say.
money. It's a universal thing. I come from a long line of really healthy spenders. We, one of my core belief systems is, or core values is fun, fun. So I have spent the first 40 years, I'm 48 now, but I've spent the first 40, spending beyond my means to create a lifestyle that, I've now been spending quite some time balancing that and managing that. And what I've learned, particularly through COVID, is that we live in this hugely abundant world, that the abundance of Bill Gates is really available to all of us. It actually is available to each and every single one of us. Is it harder for a kid from Tanzania? Absolutely. And are the opportunities the same? Absolutely not. And my hope is that we can create those opportunities for every person, for every person. That's the world I want to live in. And I just think like it is available for that kid in Tanzania, but is it really? I'm not sure that it is. And so um, money can be so triggering for people, but the basics really do apply, right? And it's that whole, a lovely friend of mine who's in fashion told me a quote the other day about how, how I say other people's opinions of you is not your business. She said that something along the lines that her bills are not her business, right? And it's just like, well, actually, they are, right? You can't be a flamingo. You can't put your head in the sand. Did flamingos put their head in the sand? I don't know. Anyways, I don't know why I
Ostriches
said that.
do.
And
Flamingos have one leg. They stand on one
ostriches
leg.
put their heads in the sand.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm like, they just lift one leg up. Anyways, yeah. And so we can't just ignore it and hope it goes away. But again, being in the divine flow and just trusting and doing the things that light you up from the inside. Um, there's certain tips and tricks to changing the energy of how we believe in scarcity or abundance. You can shift that, and you taught me that with your offering with Deepak Chopra his 21-day meditation practice. And he has this lovely thing where he has you write on all of your receipts that all that is invested is good and will return to itself 7 times. Now, I've heard 7 times, I've heard 10 times, and of course, Chinese people believe in lucky 8. So we could say 8 times, whatever you most believe in. And I carry a citrine crystal and I put it in my change purse of my wallet. And it believes that everything that I put out will return to me 10 times. So having that belief system has allowed me to shift from scarcity to abundant thinking in a lot of ways.
That's beautiful because it is a mindset, then the energy follows. And let's talk a little bit more about the practical stuff. You can't just hope, like even in business, anything. It's nice to dream and hope that, okay, I want this thing to happen, but there has to be some action taken. It just doesn't really fall out of the sky. I mean, even with everyone's overnight success stories, they don't always tell you that maybe this is the 10th business that they've done, or it took them 7 years and then they finally got this one investor and then overnight it happened. So it's not always like anything is overnight. And with
Never.
having the practical thing of like, your money likes to pay it to be, have attention paid to it. Like, so if you're spending, or if you're kind of doing this or not, then first of all, you never really know.
Opening your bill.
Yeah, you're not really aligned with knowing how much wealth you really have if you're not really looking. And then also getting a relationship with money is a really good practice just to start with. Like, okay, without anxiety, fear, and dread, look at what's in your bank account and look what's on your credit card statements, and then come up with a plan to balance them however is best suited for you. There's tons of money strategies out there. We're not money strategists. I mean, I'm not, maybe Donna is, but it's more about like anything, we choose our lives and we're responsible. So it goes back like, okay, ability, like, this is my money. I'm responsible for how it comes in and how it goes out, even if I pretend I don't want to, or if I was like, oh, I remember in college or getting my master's, like I was accumulating a lot of debt from getting a master's degree. And there was times I'm like, oh, I just don't want to know, because it's like overwhelming amount of number. But until I kind of like, no, okay, let me just look at it. Let me not be afraid of these numbers. Let me make a plan, whether it's a week or 10 years, to start paying back and honoring the money that was given to me. Because even like credit, I heard somewhere, I think in my 20s, like even if someone gives you credit, or the phone company or the power company or whoever, they're extending that to you. So to honor that relationship, by paying your bills on time, even if you don't have a lot of money or you don't, whatever, is to honor the relationships where you're extended some services or credit. I mean, I'm sure people will get triggered by power and phone and food, you know what I mean? There's different theories out there, but like, I don't know. I like you said, the little boy in Tanzania, or people that don't have the opportunities to make money. I don't really know if they're going to get money or not. But during this shift that's happening, if my input has any impact on how we redesign our systems, I would like everyone the opportunity to have, including myself, to have as much money as they want, because it is out there. If this was very enlightening, like you said, Amazon, Bezos, Gates, all of them, the amount of money that is available is amazing.
Infinite.
And we all can have that, not just several people. And I'm not talking about socialism or the dividing or anything. I'm talking with our own my own energy into my own life, I can attract as much money as I want. I just need to either sometimes do internal shifts, maybe there's managed. I want you to talk about the energy that you learned about how, because that really, even though it sounds woo and simple, it's like, please, if you know, but
It still
I
doesn't pay
have,
the bill.
but I have met people that are not what they're considered in America below the poverty line, and they are perfectly happy and content, and they are relishing in the abundance of their life. And I know people that are billionaires that are miserable people. So it's that, but the actual physical dollars getting in, it doesn't really matter if you're a good person or you're a nice person. It's more about how you feel that you deserve money, I think. Kind
Yes.
of
Well,
comes down to that. So talk more
there's
about
a
the
there's
energy
a
thing.
fine it's a fine line about let's throw in the word integrity, right? The self-responsibility and integrity. These companies throw money at you at an interest rate of 20%. So is that integral? Is that in your highest good? Not really. They say every single Canadian, uh, man, woman, child, owes at least $60,000. Every single one of us. There's that level of debt going on. And it's a fine balance, the money machine. And I find it disheartening that they want me to pay $15 a month to even access my money. And that it's so interesting that when I put money in, they have to hold that to prove its value for 3 days. When they take my money, they do it in 30 seconds or less. Is that integral? I would like to see those little things change.
Mm-hmm.
I pay $16 a month to access my money, to have them hold it in lieu. And if I was a multimillionaire, I would pay nothing, right? So the tax laws, the banking systems, they aren't in the integrity for the highest good of all. And
Won't
I'm
that be
having
a
a hard
beautiful,
time with that. I've been
won't that,
playing the bank games.
yeah, but won't that be beautiful in the, I think this is where for me and everyone that has an opinion and or a solution to how things could better and enrich our lives as things continue to change and evolve over the next few years of a lot, like making things make sense for the people in the world, that it's a benefit to all.
Quality.
And in the meantime, like that, it doesn't make sense that like all these little rules and all this organizational levels that they don't talk to each other, they take the common sense out of it and the good of the people. So to inspire that,
Sense is not common.
yes, exactly, especially in bureaucracy and large business. So how to kind of change that, so then it frees up some of that tied up money or the relationship, the frustration of the money, the not feeling that it's fair and valued, because I think all of that works in a level on all of us at some time. If we, in anything we do, if I feel not a victim, but if I feel like it's not
Unworthy.
fair or not fair, and if it was fair, I would, other than making it fair for me, like still staying in the fight. I think that is meaning just still staying present to be in the energy of the flow, regardless of the systems we live in. Like yours is Canadian and mine's the US. So, and
Well,
whatever
there's
else.
that gentleman, that guy that ran his own business and talks about the quality of life above making 75,000. The quality of life doesn't change. He literally took a pay cut from his multi-million dollar business, and he makes 75 grand, as well does every other member of his business. And his business has grown exponentially, and it's listed as one of the top businesses to work at I think it's in California. I should know his name, but I don't, but we'll look that up. And, it really is about that, then that level of equality. So the secretary that works her butt off and was working 3 jobs and taking transit can now afford a vehicle. And her quality of life at 75 grand is equal to his. And doesn't he want to build his business? Isn't his whole business more successful? Isn't there more abundance for everyone when it's based on equality? This is a novel concept, but if we're all worthy of the abundance of Bill Gates, can we not have it? I think we can. I actually think we can. We're all divinely gifted. We're all able to have our perspectives, but hold the space of love for others. And equality is what we really are, which again is one of my core values: fun, equality, and love. Right? So I don't know. That's what I
Well,
hope
can
for
you
us going
talk
forward, for the
about
entire universe.
can you talk about the energy part, Dawn, for a minute?
Sorry. Yeah, the energy. The energy is well, if you stay in scarcity, that's like catastrophizing, and it keeps you in the negative and keeps you, on the Abraham Hicks scale of emotions, it keeps you on the bottom half, right? And the energy of that is it literally pulls you down into level 0 or 1, which is like depression and unhappiness and sadness. So if you stay in abundance, that's the second half and above, all the way to 22, which is love and possibilities and freedom, right? So those all have energies. So it's about thinking about creating your own perspective, creates your own energy about money, which includes the self responsibility and and integrity. Integrity, you know. Uh, our our parents' generation was like, we don't talk about sex, money, religion. Well, we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. We need to own it. We need to be responsible for it. And if you are, the world of possibilities and endless, infinite abundance is available to all of us. I say this from my 400 square foot palace downtown Vancouver that has helped me become the healthiest, happiest person in the world. So, you know, I was responsible. I downsized. I did what needed to be done to get through this period, and I am healthier and happier than ever before. So I
It's
just
all
say do it.
possible. Yeah, it's
Be
all possible.
responsible. Make the choices.
And
It is all possible.
with that, some of the major leaders in, like, right now, like Deepak Chopra or Dr. Joe and all sorts of the quantum more field, is they all talk about creating a healthy life and getting the life that you want. You do have to embody it and really feel that it's available to you. So it's
Mhm.
transmuting those lower energies that you talked about, Abraham Hicks, into, okay, maybe it's not a, how can I say, it's not a fake it till you make it thing, and it's not like pretending, and it's not real. You have to deal with how much money you have coming in or not, and how much debt. If that's what you want to get out and you want to buy a house, you need to change that. And then how do you manifest is to really embody those positive emotions that you have as you imagine the money coming in or doing the work to bring the money in. There's not I maybe there is, but I haven't seen like a money tree or like raining down money. Like sitting in meditation is only going to get you so far. It's half of what you need to do, because you need to have those feelings like, yeah, you have to, like, I can get the money. I can This is how the money system is, but I could still get mine. That's happening. I could still,
Yeah.
with our limits that we have now, where it's still attainable. And then the next part is to take that step out and take some action, like having a small budget or paying an extra $5 off a month or whatever it is, having a plan to have a relationship, engage in a relationship with money. And then that brings you to that place where you're getting money coming in from different sources, or having gigs pop up, or maybe you're selling something online and that skyrockets.
Opportunities just show
Yeah.
up like magic. And it is nothing but divine. My belief system used to be that if I had no luck, it was only bad luck. I literally like graduated from physiotherapy to seeing him once every 3 months and got rear-ended the very next day. Like, you can't make that shit up. And that was my negative energy. And I still drive like an asshole sometimes. And I am, I've never been in an accident with this positive outlook. And I am healthier and happier and more pain. I had injections in my foot this morning and I feel fucking fantastic. Oh, it's
See,
like,
it's a mindset of abundance, but it is, because you're still going to get injections. It's not like you're pretending your foot doesn't hurt. You're still getting injections. They're not pleasant, but that doesn't make your mindset go to, woe is me, I have to have these injections, I have all this pain. It's still, this is the healthiest and happiest I've ever been, and I'm taking care of my health, and I'm healthiest and happiest. So that, I think, is the beautiful bridge when we talk about meditation, all this energy stuff. There is such a practical element to it that if you really don't engage in that, you kind of can miss it, because
you really can't make this shit up. Like,
no.
it's so good. The things coming in, like all of it, the money, the hot dates, the things, like, it's just, I'm living my best life. So I wouldn't trade that for anything, even all the millions in the world. And I'm pretty sure that's going to come. I have no doubt in my ability to make that happen. And I'm working hard at it. So whatever, my $200 a month is a lifestyle change. And if I have to sell everything in this apartment to make that happen, I'm going to do that. And I'm totally okay with that. It's interesting how, I'm a pretty monetary girl. I like my pedicures. I like the finer things in life. My mom taught me really well. I like, top shelf things, and I know what they are. But I'm also very practical, and I can live within my means, just limited on a disability budget. And I'm happier than I've ever been since I was 15 years old. So everybody has that choice. Everybody has that ability. Everybody can be this happy. It's obnoxious, annoying to some, but I don't care because I'm happy. And I really wish that for everyone.
Yeah, share the love and the happiness. That's always really good. More so than the meeting people at, like, let's complain about our lives. That's a really easy place for people. So it's a lot of commiserating, feels comfortable, but commiserating that everyone's happy, that's also, if you could commiserate on that level is too, but I think that would be a different word. But what our hope is for everyone is to really tap into your energy and your belief system around abundance and money, and try some of these things out. See what your energy is all the time. If you have to give money out, if you're constantly not wanting to pay your bills, even though you've made this contract and this is what you agreed to, even with the 20 whatever percent, like, that's part of it. If you're always not avoiding your bills, then maybe you're not always going to get the results you want. So to start questioning and ask yourself questions: what's my relationship with money? How does my energy feel around money? And then calling in or having some mantras like, I am abundant, I am. Just saying I am, and then what you want, and make it simple, and see if it starts to become alive in you. Then you could be more complicated with your mantras, but really, I am abundant, or I am worthy, or I am valuable. Start at the basis, and then approach everything. If you don't want to pay bills, sit down and go, okay, I am safe and I am abundant. Pay your bills with love and ease, like Dawn says, sending love out. Then that energy will come back to you because you're sending it love, other than like these people suck and
7 to
I
10
can't,
times
yeah,
back to
I
you.
can't, and I hate these people and these people are awful and I don't, add that to it and then take some actions and really sit down with yourself and see if you could budget. And if you can't budget, figure out why to expand your life. Because our hope for everyone, and this is why we do these videos or also do just the work that we do, is even if it sounds trite, we do want everyone to experience love from each other, because a community built on love, even if there's conflict, then the conflict can be resolved in a different way. If there's just conflict and dislike and anger and bitterness, that it's a downward spiral. But if your
And
base is
for
love,
the highest good of all involved, no matter if you think you're up here or down here,
yeah,
right? We actually can be equal,
yeah, and
create the opportunities.
help each other out to uplift us, especially during these times of a lot of uncertainty and change. So if you like the videos, go ahead and give us a like. If you want to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. You can also email us at askdonnaanddonna@gmail.com if you have something private you would like to say to us, or you have a topic you would like us to discuss. And we hope everyone has a great day or time. Thanks for
And
watching. We'll see you on the next video.
bye.
Bye.